Hello, yes, zu-wii-mama is back, and yet again we got another mob tutorial video for you today. But before we get there, I just want to show you this. This is the fox that I made, a basic snow fox. Well, it's not a snow fox, it's a stone fox, that's what I was trying to say. With just basic stone that, you know, is knocking around your Minecraft world. And if you want to see me build that, then let me know in the comments, because I will get that done. And it is a sitting fox, of course, I've never done one of them before. But yeah, here's some miniature mobs, as you can see them, little babies there. That's another little thing I've been working on, a little baby bee there as well. I'm not going to call them actually baby mobs, because that is actually wrong of me saying that, because they're not babies, they're miniatures. I'm going to call them miniature mobs. So if you want to see any of these little miniature mobs that you can see, let me know in the comments again, and I'll get them built and do a little tutorial, because I just think they're kind of cool. If you don't want to go making the full big blown mobs, then you can make a little miniature mob, why not? I think they turned out alright as well. But here we go, come up on the right hand side, and we have got the new zombified piglin. So yeah, built that. He turned out alright actually. I quite like the look of him. I quite like the sort of effect that they've got there on the face, where it's sort of half skeleton and half piglin, should I say. But anyway, here we are at the main feature of the video, I guess. It's the magma cube, and I've done the basic one, I guess, and one that, you know, is the jumping magma cube. But really, as soon as we built the one, the jumping one's relatively easy, and it's yeah, we'll do the basic one first, and then we'll move on to the jumping one. And we're gonna have like two slightly different amounts of colours here. So anyway, I think it's about time we actually get onto the colours then, shall we? So we've got two yellow terracotta, we got 2 yellow concrete, 76 red terracotta, 66 red concrete, 31 orange terracotta. So we've got two numbers here. The top one is for the standard, so you want 4 orange concrete, or 20 for the jumping magma cube. And the same with the black, either 79 black concrete or 115 for the jumping one, and then 6 orange wool. Okay, so there's not really much to really tell you on this build, because it's relatively straightforward. So all we're going to do is boom, do our pause section as always. So if you are new around here, what you need to do is now pause the video, copy that pattern down, and then unpause it, and then carry on, move on to the next section, and yet again pause it again. It's really simple, really straightforward. I'm not going to go through and tell you where to place blocks and how many to place, because you can really see on the screen how many is actually there. Okay, so it's really straightforward. And there we go, we're going to spin on round to the back. So all you need to do is just copy the same panels that I'm doing, build that, and like I said, move on to the next section. It's really straightforward, and this is probably going to be the easiest build that we've done in a long time. It's just really a cube or a square. And we're just doing 5 sides of it. I haven't done a base though, so forgive me if you wanted the base, but I figured the magma cube's actually on the ground anyway, so we're not going to need to do an underneath to it. And then final panel is the panel on top. There we go, and I've just zoomed in a little bit there if you think the camera went a bit weird. Okay, I just zoomed in just because I realised I was a bit too far back. And that, my friends, is how you do a magma cube. So well done if you got to this point. So here we go, we're going to actually make the jumping magma cube. So all I'm doing here is I'm copying the base layer of the magma cube. So on the first pause screen that you get to, you can pause it there and copy the first base layer all the way around. So this blue is the side, remember, in the pause section, and then this is the pause section at the back, and this will be the other pause section from the side. So all you're going to do is copy that base layer all the way around, and then all you're going to do then on the center of all this is fill it in with black. Okay, so you're with me so far? So all we're going to be doing really is, imagine you're chopping this magma cube up with a knife, let's say, and then all we're going to do is just making layers. So that's the first layer, and then you've guessed it, we're going to come up by 2, and then this now is going to be where the second layer goes. So on the build, remember, we go back to the first pause section that we did on the video, and pause it there, and then copy the second layer up of the magma cube, which is all I'm doing here. The magma cube in the background, you can see, is I'm copying the exact same layer, and yet again you're going to do that on all 4 sides. So you're going to pause it on the pause section on the side, the pause section on the back to do that back row, and then all the way across here. So where my blue section is, you're going to obviously pause it like I said. Okay, once you've got that layer, yet again you're going to replicate the same thing. You're going to now fill it all in with black. Okay, so you with me so far? So we've got 2 layers, and it's the first 2 bottom layers of the magma cube itself. Yes, and you've guessed it, what we're going to do now is, again, we're going to do the third layer. So we're going to come up, leave a 1 block gap, and again, remember, you need to go to the first pause section to copy the first front panel down of the third layer up, and then you're going to then do the second pause panel, which is this side here, the blue side that we're doing here, and copy that panel, and then the same with the back and same with the side. So I'm hoping you're with me at this point. So just imagine that magma cube that we're looking at in front of me, we've just sliced it up, but we've did 1 layer block gap in between all of it. And again, what we're going to do now is we're going to fill it in with black concrete. So that's really all we're going to be doing. We're going to replicate that all the way until we get to the final layer of the top. But we also need to add in the magma, or the lava bit essentially. So we're going to actually do that on this layer now, okay? So we just fill that one in like that. There we go. So we've got 3 layers so far. And on this third layer, we're going to now put some orange wool. So you want to come in diagonally from the corners and then place the orange wool like that. So you should have it should be 1 block gap all the way around the outside, and then fill it in with some orange concrete like that. And then the center, you can do whatever you want. You can leave it blank, but I just like to fill it in there. There we go. So that's the first part of our lava, I guess, that's inside of the magma. And then all we're going to do then, again, yes, you've already guessed it, we're going to step up and do our next layer. So we're going to do our 4th layer of the magma cube. And then we're going to, once we've done this, we're going to then actually do the final layer of the, I forgot what it's called, lava. And then that's pretty much it. You just keep on going until you get to the very, very top, and that's it. It's really straightforward. And I mean, if you want to do a bigger jump, like I said, you just need to leave a couple of extra blocks gap underneath rather than the 1 block gap I did, to give it more of a jumping effect, because mine's sort of on the floor at the minute. But yeah, I'll leave that up to you. And here we go, we're going to do the lava again. So you're going to come in from the corner, leave 1 block gap from the corner, like so. So 4 orange wool, and then you're going to get your orange concrete, and then fill that in all the way across, and then some black concrete to fill it off in the center. But I'll leave that up to you. And then again, we're going to go up by 1 block and do our final layer. So as you can see, we're actually on this layer now, the orange where the eyes are. Sorry, orange, I mean yellow where the eyes are. So I've just had to nick a bit of yellow there because I actually ran out of, I didn't actually have it equipped ready. And again, so we're doing just the above the eye, there we go, done. And yeah, you've got it. You've got it. If you've got to this point already and you're not confused, then you understand what we're going to do now. We're just going to literally finish off the last few layers, and that's it. Congratulations, you've actually got yourself a magma cube. A magma cube jumping, I guess. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here because we'll just fill this one in just so you get a rough idea. I'm sure you already know what's happening by now anyway. And then the rest of it, I'll leave you to build it. So I'll leave that in your capable hands. But like I said, I think I know what you're up. You know what you're doing now. Okay, so that's all the lava you need to do. And all you need to do is the rest of the top of the head. And it should be looking like that. There we go. In all of its glory. Like I said, if you want to leave more of a gap underneath to make it look like it's jumping, then go for it. But yeah, I'll leave that entirely up to you. Let's just have a little fly along and have a look at these mobs that we've built a bit more closer in detail. But yeah, this is a piglin, the zombified piglin. Couldn't spit my words out then. Piglin. But yeah, he turned out alright. Actually, I quite enjoyed making that one. And here, let's go and have a look at some of the miniature mobs that we made. Because, like I said, I was just experimenting and just messing around. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to make some mobs that are small and easy enough for people to build? Yeah, I've done a few. So you can see there, I did the wither. And, you know, like I said, if you think these look pretty cool and you want to see a video on them, then let me know because I will do that. They're quite simple and you're just straightforward to do. So they really don't take long to make. And this one's pretty cool. I really enjoyed making that. It's a tiny little bee. It's not, remember, it's not a baby bee. It's a miniature bee because a baby would look completely different. And again, we did a miniature enderman and a miniature husk. And I think that's all about, yeah, they're the only ones that I did because I've just, you know, like I said, I just picked a few random mobs and I've just messing around with it. And yeah, here we go, the fox. And like I said, we briefly touched on it earlier, but yeah, I actually built this in my survival world on my live stream. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed making that. It turned out alright as well. So again, if that's another mob that you want to see build, then I will do it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I've been zu-wii-mama, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.